we're going to look at something that is new to Condor 3. We're going to look at a touring motor glider. Now, we're going to Condor 3 now, has added the Scheibe to the options of gliders that you can fly in it, and it actually it's great. It's a really good addition. Okay, these are Scheibes, Falks. Like I have a Lambada, Sundancer. What else? The Phoenix now. These touring motor gliders, I think, are kind of about the best of all worlds. They give you some really unique capabilities that you wouldn't otherwise have in an aircraft. More and more gliders are coming with propellers. Something like 90% of all the new gliders that are built have a propeller on them, or a jet engine now, in some way. So whether it's sustainers that will just, it's a pure sailplane that has a motor that helps you get back to base, but it doesn't have enough horsepower to launch you, or self-launch gliders, where a propeller or a jet engine deploys, and also the touring motor gliders. I personally think the touring motor gliders are a pretty slick compromise between all the things you want. Self-launch sailplanes, they're not good at going anywhere. So if you want to soar at a different site, you still really have to trailer them and set up there. They're not going to do well in strong headwinds. I know people with self-launch gliders that are like, man, on a strong wind day, I can't get over to the mountains to take advantage of like mountain wave or anything like that, because my self-launch glider can't do that. It's not built for that. Whereas a touring motor glider, because they're halfway in between a glider and an airplane, they give you some neat possibilities of what you can use them for. That's why I got one. A lot of them are tail draggers, which is good and proper. And a lot of those, you have a couple of single seats, like the Karat is a single seater, also tail dragger. But a lot of them are two seaters. This Falk here is tandem. Most of them I would say are side by side, but some of them are tandem. So we can always put in, two pilots, and it's a great way to be able to take a pilot and a passenger along with, is to have a two-seater like this. Now that the guys over at Condor have made it possible to have a self-launch, a touring motor glider like this, I think you're going to see more and more of them produced. It's got everything from the feathering prop. It lets you start and stop. The engine. I think it's a really good setup to be able to do that. And so we're gonna put it through its paces, and we're gonna show some of the things you need to think about when you're flying a motor glider, particularly a touring motor glider, as opposed to either a sailplane or either a sailplane or a self-launch sailplane. And one of the things you're going to notice right off the bat here, best glide ratio. Let me get this into a place where you can actually see it. Best glide ratio here they have listed as being 26 to 1 at 49 knots. And the min sync is going to be a bit higher. So they perform, and my Lambada, the book number is like maximum of like 30 to 1. The Phoenix, I think, has a 32 to 1. Carrot has a, let's say, 33 to 1 or something. L over D, best L over D. You accept some compromises when you accept the freedom to have an engine. And then on something like this, you can even see, it's got, you're going to have, it looks more like an airplane with long wings as opposed to looking like a pure sailplane. It also doesn't look like with those big long wings, doesn't look like an airplane. I still think these are a great option. I really like the 2C ones too. So there's that. Okay, hold on one second. So let's get started. And also today, we are going to be flying out of my home airport. I finally re-downloaded the Condor 3 pack for Tucson Soaring Club. So that is what we're gonna fly from. You can get these custom scenery packs for that. Got some Boy Scouts in the bottom left. We've had Boy Scouts out there lots of times, and then some members here as part of the custom splash screen for Tucson Soaring. Okay, so a little hang up thing it always likes to do. So we're starting off at the Tucson Soaring Club. This is 26 Center. We have a paved section right in the middle of the airfield. I was actually just flying there yesterday with my wife, and let's get this going here. So out here in the north part of Tucson, Marana area, there are all the airfields here actually date back to World War II, and were used for pretty heavy pilot training at the time. Okay, come on, buddy, you can do this. Okay, it's really freezing hard here. Come on. Really freezing hard here. Come on. Oh, there we go. It made a noise. That was a good thing. I want to hear a noise. I want to hear that noise. Come on. You can do this, buddy. I swear you can. We know you can do it. What is going on here? It's never frozen quite this hard for quite this long before. No, there's the live stream that's going on. This is new. Okay, it's still working, obviously. Okay, let's close down some other Condor related things. There we go. That's what we want to say. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look. So first thing to notice with a lot of the touring motor gliders, a lot of them are tail draggers. Okay, so that's new for a lot of people. They're used to just kind of the main wheel, and then oftentimes it'll sit on the nose wheel. Also, particularly for the trainer models, as you move up to higher performance sailplanes, a lot of times they'll just have the tail wheel and the main wheel. And just like on those, the positive is that is your sight picture for landing. So this is what it's supposed to look like at the moment of touchdown. You don't really want to be touching down with on just the main wheel or much on the tail wheel. So that you want to lock in this view, so that way that's what you're used to. When we've got the propeller spinning, the yaw string is not going to be useful. Okay. Also, obviously, you've got a. Oops, 1 second. One of the things you have to take into account, you've got the engine here, obviously. This one does not have, this is not a retract model, so that makes things a little bit easier. But you do have to worry about everything else. Let's see. With the higher performance sailplanes like these, if they're trying to be a really good touring motor glider, heck, even the Sonics kind of falls into this category. The one has a fixed prop, but a lot of these have feathering propellers. So if the default is L, okay, you turn the handle, and look how the propeller, that's engine on, that's engine off. Okay, so I can do that again from outside the aircraft. You can even see it. Let's see, was it plus or nope? So you can see the going from, unfeathered to feathered, and that's to reduce the drag. You can hear it once you feather a prop or have it unfeathered versus feathered. You can hear a lot less noise from it, which means a lot less drag. Okay. You'll see that handle on some of the older Falks, Scheibes, and what else? Like a Grove 109, which is what I got my self-launch endorsement in. Okay, and when the prop is feathered, if you hit the start, okay, if you try to start it, it won't start. There's a lockout. You're like, why can't I start the engine? Why can't I start the engine? Well, you have to look at the propeller. The propeller, when the propeller is in the right direction, then you can start it. Okay. So these are meant to be for you to be able to fly with them, take off, and then land either as a glider or as a motor glider. Generally, I think most instructors teach that to get the real benefit of having the motor, you want to have it on so you can do go-arounds and you can more precisely land. So that introduces some airplane things that might be new to some people. Okay, so go ahead and start up. Okay, and this one is a tandem, so there is, we got a back seat there, which I think I made it empty for this flight. But we'll go ahead and start up. Okay. You can still get older ones of these. Heck, you can even start getting the new ones, okay? Okay. And then you've got a throttle, so you are now your tow plane. You have to worry about all that stuff. So, okay, so I'll just start feeding in the throttle. Okay. Full throttle. I'm going to take off a full throttle. All these things are meant to take off full throttle. Okay. Got all your right turning tendencies, all those turning tendencies you've got. Now we're not going to worry about our 200 feet call, but we will. I've always used 300 feet call. Okay. We're taking off. Here's the runways. 26 left, 26 center. Coming up. Okay. 300 feet. And if you look down, just below my airspeed indicator in the very middle, you have a more traditional airplane style turn and slip indicator, which you need in a motor glider, because when the motor is running, the yaw string is not going to be effective. It's getting blown by the propeller rather than by the relative. Okay. Delta traffic, this is 533 Romeo Sierra, left crosswind, runway 26. Downwind. Got the Black Hills off to our right there. Delta traffic. 533 Romeo Sierra, left downwind. Runway 26, climbing out of the pattern. It's so weird to look at myself from outside. I find that more weird. How that video game. We'll just climb up and then show how we can soar here. Okay. Now I've got the silver bells to the right, the one on the far right there on my right wingtip, that's Ragged Top. These are the silver bells. You can see that light area just to the left of it. That's the silver bell mine. Right here, these are the Black Hills right underneath my nose. I'll just do a little slip here to show those are the Black Hills. Lots of consistently, we'll get good thermals over those. Okay. We got the Tucson Mountains off my left wingtip there. That's Sombrero Peak. We got the town of Marana. Those are the Tortolitas. Those hills there. Can't really see. Ooh, off in the very, very distance, right off my left wingtip there. Those are the Catalinas. That's Mount Miami. Tallest peak right there. Yeah. only about 2,000 feet. You know, normal standard tow would be about 3,000 feet. We're going to not quite so high. So you don't just turn off an engine if it's going full bore, okay? That would be bad. You're not just going to kill the power of the engine. We're going to reduce the throttle to idle first. Then we'll go ahead and shut it down and then feather it. If you fly for a long time or are flying in cold weather, you know, if you're flying for a long time, you know, the oil can get cold in an engine like this. So there's more things to consider. The freedom that comes with a self-launch or a motor glider. So this applies to any self-launcher. You know, if you stay at high altitudes, 10, 15,000 feet for long periods of time, okay, so we're going to feather it, we're going to shut it down, and then we're going to go ahead and feather it. Okay, now we're a glider, okay, and we can do normal glider stuff. Okay. You can keep your headset on, you can take your headsets off. You know, everything is still very, very normal. Okay. Okay, I'm actually getting a little bit of lift. So I'm going to turn in it. Let's turn that volume up. Oh, that's just a mechanical vario. It's just a nice little winter vario. We're getting lift over the back hill, so I'll fly into it. Okay. Let's come around the other side there. Oh, no, I got little beeps. There we go. That's what we want. It's that right there. Ooh, man, I'm falling out of it badly right now. Okay, there it is. There's anything else here, or else we're gonna have to go back and land. Now with a motor glider, you always have the option to land just as a pure sailplane. But now that takes away your. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. Let's see if the Black Hills are actually working or not. It is only 12 o'clock game time, so it's a little early in the day for things to be going crazy. And we got a lot of high cirrus, which is going to really hurt any thermaling that you would want to do. Oh gosh, now we're getting 6, 7. Okay, that's where let's see if we can ride this here for a little bit here. Okay, now my yaw string does work. A little bit more right rudder there. There we go. Let's roll out into the thermal. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, there we go. 8, 9, 10 on that other side. Okay. Get around. Well, so we're here. I have gained back a bunch of the altitude I lost. So the thing you want to realize is with a self-launch, okay, just as you would with any aircraft, those basic maneuvers, they're really handy to slow flight, stalls, steep turns. They're really handy to get the feel for any new aircraft you want to do. But one of the things you really want to do is check out the L over D and see what your glide ratio would be like. So right now, I think I'd get out, if I just soared at best L over D, I'd probably get out to where the tape is on my yaw string, okay? Let's start increasing my drag, okay? Okay, and this guy does not have, this has the pop-up style air brakes. So now look, now I'm definitely, sinking a lot faster. Okay, close that up. Okay, and you really want to start the engine about 500 feet above the traffic pattern. Okay, because you need to know if it's going to start. If it doesn't start, you need to know that so you can make other plans. Okay. If you have it off, you're accepting that you're not going to get any kind of you're not going to have the option even to land not to do a go around or modify your landing. But if you're going to do it above the traffic pattern, because if it doesn't work or it doesn't deploy or whatever the issue is with your particular type of motor glider, self-launch, whatever, you need to know that before you get in the traffic pattern, down the traffic pattern altitude. I think 500 feet is kind of the minimum altitude you want to start that out. Okay. Hayley was learning to fly the tail wheel on our Lambada, and this is actually what used this here in Condor to help her understand the procedure. And once you're at your touchdown point, instead of using spoilers, well, first we want to go to power idle and then use spoilers. So I'm on power idle, but with power idle, I always have the choice now to add power whenever I need it. Okay, so I'm going to pitch to my best L over D. Okay, and I've been talking a lot, but I'm going to do my normal 4-lane checklist. Okay, you saw undercarriage down and locked, speed. Okay, set for 49. Trim is set. Air brakes. Okay. Functional. Look and land. Okay. Okay, and now I'm going to have the engine on idle. Okay, and I'm going to use spoilers to land like I normally would in a sailplane. Okay. If I ever land without the engine, I'm going to land the same way. I'm going to have my hand on the spoiler and the stick. If I'm landing in a pure sailplane, I'm going to have my hands on the spoiler and the stick. That's it. No different. Okay. LTR traffic. This is Scheibe 533 Romeo Sierra. Landing 26 left. LTR. Okay. A bit high here. Okay. A lot of these motor gliders, they may not have as large as air brakes. They don't have as great of an L over D. They also don't have as great of air brakes. LTRO traffic, Scheibe 523 Romeo Sierra. Final runway 26 left. LTRO. Still going to do the normal thing, and then I'm just going to use air brakes as necessary to come down and land. Brake, 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 brake. And we're down. Okay. L0 traffic. Scheibe, 523 Romeo Sierra, taxiing 26 center. Now you have to know how to taxi an aircraft if you're only used to launching. A globe right there. I mean, a globe. Excuse me. That's a iconic. Okay, so I'm going to just taxi over. And here at El Tiro, we have a gravel strip. We only have the paved runway in the center for takeoff. So be careful. Don't be high power on the ground where you can be sucking up rocks into your propeller. Okay? Okay, steering. A lot of these self-launchers, they have steerable tail wheels, because they're tail draggers, and that's how they get around. So you need to know how to get around. Now you can use full power, but you don't want to be stopped using full power. Let's go get on to the actual pavement. There we go. Bump onto the pavement and brake, 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 brake. Okay, so let's do it again. L0 traffic, Scheibe, 533 Romeo Sierra, departing 26 center, L0. Okay. Hold down. Ease up on the control. You're really not trying to do a tail wheel style get up onto the mains. You really just want to do a takeoff from the tail wheel down position. That 3-point takeoff in a tail wheel aircraft or a motorglider. Okay. And 300 feet. Unlike the tow plane now, you're going to be making most of your radar calls. L0 traffic, this is Scheibe, 523 Romeo Sierra, left crosswind, runway 26 left, staying in the pattern. Okay? So now as your own tow plane, you're not just worrying about where you are on tow, you're worrying about, actually flying the aircraft. Okay? L0 traffic, Scheibe, 523 Romeo Sierra, left downwind, runway 26 left, L0. Now we're going to demonstrate a go-around, okay? This is how I keep them. Okay, so we're getting up to our traffic pattern altitude. Okay, undercarriage unlocked, speed is set for 49, trim is set, air brakes. Oh, we'll go to idle first. Power, idle first, then we'll check air brakes. Okay, look and land. Okay, clear everything on the ground. Okay. Motorglider offers, up in front is pump station row. I tell sailplane pilots, I'm like, never ever fly that far out if you're just in like a globe or something else. You're gonna have a really bad day. We get some monster sink in this base to final turn here. And so it can really be a bad day. Okay, in something faster like a motorglider, you might actually have to. Might need to. Sometimes you're going to faster speeds, so you need a wider pattern. Let's hear traffic. Scheibe 523 Romeo Sierra base to final turn. Runway 26 left. We'll be doing an intentional go around. Okay, let's say I really botched this. Oh man, I forgot to use any spoilers. Holy cow, I'm over the runway. I'm still at 300 feet. Okay, maybe I could try to get down, but I've got an engine. Okay, I could try to get down. Okay, let's not. We've got an engine for a reason. Close the spoilers and then just add power. That's it. You close the spoilers, you almost instantly reduce your sink rate, you know, and then you just start adding that power in, and it's easy. Just close the spoilers, add power, boom, now you're flying again. Outdoor traffic. Scheibe 523 Romeo Sierra going around 26 left. El Kilo. Very much. The Motorglider, you know, as long as you got the power, you got the fuel and the juice, you know, going around is a better option than trying to salvage a bad one. Ulterior traffic, Scheibe 523 Romeo Sierra, left crosswind, runway 26 left. Now we're going to demonstrate is turn off towards the black hills here. Ulterior traffic, Scheibe 523 Romeo Sierra, turn south towards the black hills. We're going to gain a little bit more altitude, and then what we're going to do is we're going to show that you can land just like a normal sailplane would. You try to go restart the engine, and you can't. But let's climb up about 500 feet above traffic pattern altitude. Level off. Let's shut it down. Oh man. I should have gone to idle first. Did not use the right procedure there. Okay. We're gonna feather the prop. Okay, now let's say I can't get the engine started. I can't get the engine started. Well, it looks like I'm gonna be landing as a glider. Okay, we still do the normal normal procedure. Okay, I've tried it. What can I do? I can't. No, nothing seems to be working. Okay. Now I have time. Okay, I have that extra amount of time now to be like, oh, I have to land as a glider. Okay, if I did this at traffic pattern altitude, A, I'm adding extra drag. B, I'm taking all the time. Okay. You can hear it. Let's see if you can hear it in the game. Yep, you can even hear it quiet. and it gets loud. So that's beautiful. I love it. Undercarriage down in lock. Speed set 49. Trim is set. Air brakes. Okay. Look and land. LTR traffic. This is Scheibe 533 Romeo Sierra. Left downwind. Runway 26 left. LTRO. Okay. So I'm gonna be my touchdown down point. Okay. Use about half spoiler. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, about half spoiler. Okay. Do not go all the way out to Pump Station Road. Do not go all the way out to Pump Station Road. Okay. LTR traffic. Scheibe 533 Romeo Sierra, left base, runway 26 left, LTRO. Okay. Now behind. Use additional spoiler to get down. LTR traffic, Scheibe 533 Romeo Sierra. Final, runway 26 left, LTRO. And I dumped the nose a little bit there, so I got my spot. Let's correct that. And you don't want to land full spoiler in basically any glider. Okay, so I'm using spoiler to get down. But as we get lower, okay, I'm going to go to like, 3/4 half spoiler. I'm just going to hold it off. Okay, and then remember your brake. Woo! I had to look down to find my brake because it's not a natural place. And there you go. Okay, now we can unfeather our prop as always and start it up. We're live. Okay, Haley, do you want to take a flight in the Scheibe? Okay, that's what we were doing yesterday. Here. Okay, come on, have a seat. Right here. Okay, go ahead and taxi over to the
LTRO.
Where LTRO, yes. Go ahead and taxi over to 26 Center there. This is throttle lock control. Okay, go ahead. Use lots of rudder to get yourself full rudder. Taxi over. You're on the left, 26 left right now.
So you want me to go?
Nope, no, you go right. See where the white is? That's the runway.
Okay, so you want me to do right rudder?
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead. This is the runway, the right is the runway. Don't know why the text is
No, you got the shade hangers.
Yep, you got the shade hangers.
That's cute.
You got a pony right there.
Oh yeah, very interesting runway color.
Yes.
Can't miss it.
No, okay, and then with the one far back is your brake there.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and let's take just a look left and right just as look at your spoilers look like. Okay, your spoilers are off. Okay, go ahead and close those spoilers. Spoiler handle. Go ahead and take out the spoiler. Okay. then go ahead and as soon as you're ready, go ahead and full power and just depart here from runway 26 center. A little bit of axis pressure. Just be wide. About 49.
Full throttle.
Nose down a little bit. Let's see how high you have your nose out to the horizon there. Well, you still want it above the horizon.
What's that?
In your
Okay. Trying to find a better thing setting here.
And how high are you?
I am 3.5 feet.
It's a little early on that crossing trip. You want to be able to know the numbers.
Okay.
So go ahead and do something to the right. And let's just go out towards the Black Hills here. Turn right towards the Black Hills. And then we'll come in for
Okay. For landing.
Let's go about 3,500.
Okay. Yeah, there's the Black Hills. Black Hills look very realistic. Actually, the terrain looks pretty good.
Yep.
That's how it really looks.
That's exactly yeah, they use the actual stuff. Go ahead and do some turns to the right, actually. Let's advance the path. Go ahead and kind of go throttle, reduce power to like, just kind of like cruise setting, maybe 2,000 RPM. So it's kind of just cruise. Kind of just join the pattern. Of course, you know, when the motor glider, once the engine's shut down, everything flies the same. Right? It's the takeoff.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
That's another normal checklist.
Install indicator down and lock speed. Set
50,
for
50, so go for 50.
Okay.
Bottom.
We're gonna go ahead and get pilot. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Saying, look how you have to now with that idle.
Yeah.
Not so much. You're gonna go way past 50. Okay, there you go. Just below the horizon. There you go.
Spoilers. Look, no conflicting traffic, and
There you go. Don't go out past Pump Station Road.
okay.
Nice square off that nice base turn.
Still pretty high.
Yeah. Quite a bit.
It's hard to know with the textures
Yeah. Go
how high I am.
square off your base. You're angling in towards it. Yeah, these are Condor 2 textures, so they're a bit of a lower res, and you still get the view and everything.
It's just hard
but
to
it's
know.
harder. Go
Okay,
ahead
I'm
and
doing
use-
full spoiler.
Yep, full spoiler. That's good. Yep. You don't want to land with full spoiler.
No. Okay.
Pitch to your landing attitude. There you go.
Whoa! Ground loop! I still don't know even how to wheel brake in this thing. So.
Okay, it's the last button there.
Okay.
So throttle up, throttle down, and then brake.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Go ahead and taxi back to the runway there. So yeah, close the spoiler, taxi back to the runway. There'll be one quick thing. So go ahead. Go to the right. One more quick thing.
Yeah, I normally would not be able to ground loop that easily in real life. Or at all.
Go back, hard right, steady. Steady. Go back. Yep, hard right, hard left now. Get away from the cars. Stop. Hard left, hard left, hard left.
Also, flying sim is much more difficult than flying.
It is. And if you can do one,
You can do the other.
You can do one, you can do the other. Okay? Sim isn't perfect, but there's a lot of other things. Okay? Okay, go ahead and take off here, runway 26. Center. Just fly straight out. There you go. Get that nose good. Nice. Pull ahead now. Get slow. There you go. Get away with it. There you go. That's good.
Pretty low.
Hey, how high are you now?
30 feet.
I can do this to you in the sim. Something I can't. Okay. Got bad news. You're gonna stop.
Turn around.
And what are you gonna do with the nose? Get the
Nose down.
Nose down.
So I don't.
Don't worry about the prop.
Mm-hmm.
Get the nose down so you're flying speed, just like you did. Get the nose down and start your turn.
Yep.
Okay? 300 feet. We did it like 400 or 500 feet. Okay?
It's a full spoiler.
Yeah. If you have the runway made.
Yep, I do. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 6
8 right, you mean?
Oh, 8 right?
Yeah. Going the other direction.
Oh, that's right. I'm so used to
Okay.
a little less spoiler.
Yep.
Landing speed looks good.
You're still about 20 feet in the air there.
It's okay.
Oh, keep more on that. More on those rudders. More on those rudders. There you go. Better. Great. See?
Yay! And you're probably gonna do that to me in real life, right?
It'll just be reducing the power in real life.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to
Reducing.
create
We're
an
not.
emergency.
We do not create emergencies.
You have to
in
realize
real
that
life.
I have done 200-foot rope
Yes, you
breaks
have. You have. You
in
absolutely
something
have.
that doesn't have an engine.
Yes.
So this is easy mode for me.
Yes. So there you go. Yep. So.
I have.
Okay.
You're saying I have an extra 100 feet, and I have
I waited a little longer on this one because you hadn't done it in the sim before and stuff. So nope. Great. Good job, hon.
Awesome. My landings looked rough, but that's because honestly, this thing ground moves really easily.
You've got to be on top of the rudder. You really have to be on top of the rudder.
Yeah.
If you're on top of the rudder as much as in here as you are, if you're on top of the rudder enough so that way it doesn't ground loop in the sim here, it will make real life super easy.
A lot easier.
You will be able to do it without any problem. So,
okay.
Yep.
Woohoo!
Okay. I'll switch.
How much longer are you planning to be live?
Almost done.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Almost done.
All right. Do you want this mic back? I don't think I.
Yeah. Yeah, yours was on.
Okay, cool.
Totally.
Thank you for inviting me to be part of the magic.
Now you've done the
hello.
You've done the hard part of doing some of the emergency procedures. So yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, let's see. We'll look at the other thing I wanted to cover. Did it go around? Landing. Hayley did a dead stick landing. She did that actually. So we did actually, between Hayley and I showed all the things we want to show. We did a little bit of thermaling, gained some altitude, and that. So, and then just like in a sailplane, in a self-launch sailplane, if you have an emergency at low altitude and you need to get back, you know, the most important thing, get the nose down, get your speed, and get your nose down and start to turn back. If you're going to turn back, if that's what your plan is to come back, then you need to do that immediately. Don't worry about feathering a prop or messing with any kind of deployed engine or anything like that. Get the nose down and start getting back. Things go fast, especially, you know, and you really just can't. You don't have the time to mess around with it otherwise. So that's the things we want to show today with it and how it works here. And we'll show more stuff on self-launch, like on a touring motor glider like this in the future. Okay, everybody. We're signing off.